actually go to Meridia instead of Lower Norfair. And I don't think it'd be a bad play.
I don't either. I actually really like the play a lot. You know, unfortunately, Azder is the type of person who would know this. When it comes to just Super Metroid, not like Legend of Zelda, you know, Randomizer or SMZ3, sometimes the right play can make you look like you have no idea what you're doing. Because it can be the thing that just puts you way far behind, but like you know that it's the only way that you're going to be in a race with somebody.
Absolutely.
So he's aware of that for sure.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and actually that's true in any of those randomizers. But yeah, so there's a lot less choices in this particular one. So so it's a little easier to make those second guesses. And it's also, you know, got to remember, we all know where the items are. So it's easy for us to say, oh, just go to Lower Norfair, go get your gravity suit. He doesn't know it's there. To his mind, there are 3 places in Meridia and 3 locations in Lower Norfair. He's checked everything else. So it's 50-50 at this point, because Meridia's in logic. We have all the stuff for suitless.
Azder just did the same thing almost every Super Metroid runner does, which your muscle memory over hundreds and thousands of runs, you super missile that door at the bottom of the big thing, and then when
we've all done it.
You super it again,
We've all done it. Okay, Zoast finishing up Dragon very nicely.
I'm gonna predict a reserve tank at Dragon.
Is he even gonna look? Yeah, looks like he's gonna look. He's gotta be feeling pretty good about his position.
Right.
So. Nicely done, Kip. Okay, so Azder does decide to go to Lower Norfair. Does not take the suitless bait. Which is, you know, I mean, it's good and bad. I mean, it's good, of course, because he's going to get that gravity suit. I mean, it's not really bad. It's not really bad at all because he's going to get that gravity suit. But yeah, it would have been a really interesting play if it had been a suitless seed.
For sure. Yeah, you know, honestly, a lot of times I don't necessarily think one of 2 or 3 different choices are necessarily wrong. There's so many factors, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Even Zoast going down to Lower Norfair with high jump bootless, lava dive, and just various suit. I mean, like, you know, I've been in races where I thought for sure my opponent was going to kill me, and it turned out that they had died like 10 minutes in or something.
Yeah, that happens. Yep. Yeah, and remember, Zoast didn't even check the croc items, so, which of course is where that charge beam was. But we're going to have a very long Mother Brain fight. Azder get his lava dive. You know, that's actually probably my favorite strat trick. I don't know what category you put that under in the game. Just something that I just think is really cool. The game has it set up so you can do those exact wall jumps to get in to Lower Norfair without a gravity suit. I
agree. Stuff like that's what makes Super Metroid one of the best games ever made. It's just, I don't know, man. There's just too many things that are so high quality, especially in the era.
Ooh, and Azder not gonna check the screw attack. I kind of like this. Actually, I like this a lot. It could, I mean, to his mind, it could still be suitless, and he's capable of doing full suitless if it came down to it. So if that gravity suit's there, then oh well, too bad. I'll just do suitless, and saves a lot of time if it's not there. And I do believe it was something like was that a reserve tank too, or maybe it was just a regular energy tank? I don't remember what was there.
Yeah, it was either a tank or a reserve. It wasn't one of the major items.
Yep.
Might get some X Factor strats here.
Oh yeah.
I bet those are from his old days, probably running old route, because that's not something you hardly ever do against Fantoon and almost any other category.
Well, you can't if you're running new route.
Exactly. The funny part is the fact that he didn't do full damage with a regular charge shot means that you can't 2-round Phantoon that way.
But it gets a pretty quick 3 rounds, so.
Yeah, he was missing out on like 200 damage, unfortunately.
Yeah, as you're going to have a very quick Ridley fight, has the full beam combination.
Of course, now that I think about it, one of the particles must have missed, because if all 4 hit both times, that'd be 2,400 damage.
Yep.
So I guess one of them, I didn't see it. Maybe one of them got flame lamed.
Yeah, that happens. So it's looking maybe to get a few extra supers, checking that one missile pack. Unfortunately, for him, just a missile pack. I suspect he'll refill the ship with just 1 super.
I certainly would, especially given the fact that you don't have ice, so you're not going to get many drops.
Yep, and you know you have that. You only have that starter charge beam. As you're getting picked up a little bit early there. I think it was one shot early.
For a seed that had various suit at Brinstar Reserve, this ended up being pretty fascinating.
Yeah, the fact that those late power bombs, and just that was kind of in a way that's the story of the seed, just because it just gated them down. They had to go to Norfair to get those power bombs to kind of get things going, which meant that Zoast was in a better position of taking advantage of being down there than Azder was. Oh, Zoast's gonna get an item over here. I'm gonna go check the gauntlet item.
Unfortunately, he's gonna be disappointed. I guess the only major item it could be is Screw.
Azder, check this. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was just an E-tank. Oh,
that's right, yeah.
But he may be doing this not just for the major item. He might want the minor items, because, like I said, this is going to be a long fight, and so any extra supers or even regular missiles that he could get is just going to make it a little bit shorter.
See, and that's another thing, you know, that is in the design philosophy behind Dash that I really like, is even though, you know, on first glance, I think your average player that maybe doesn't run a lot of these might be like, well, if you have a starter charge beam, it makes everything free. Well, you certainly have the ability to kill things. Look at that double power bomb. You have the ability to kill things, but your minor item hunt can actually make a big difference if you never find full charge in terms of time. So, pretty fascinating.
Okay, double power.
That was
that is so not just because he wanted something else, but remember at the beginning we had bombs. We talked about not doing gauntlet because it's super slow with just bombs. If one of them had done gauntlet early and gotten those power bombs, it would have been interesting to see what would have happened, because now you have power bombs. You can check all the locations.
Can I just say for the record that power bombing Metroids is like one of my least favorite things to do in this game. I hate it.
I believe that's when you chose low percent categories. It's probably why you chose ice and not speed.
Yeah, when I got my low percent speed PB is like a 58. I only did like 2 days worth of runs or something, and my goal.
Pretty good for that.
Yeah, like I think only 4 people have a sub hour. I was the 3rd person, but once I got the sub hour, I was like, I am never running this again because I hate power bombing these things.
Yeah, and in that category, it's even worse because you only get 5 of them, and unless you get essentially win the lottery of drop luck, you're refilling at least once and probably 2, maybe even 3 times.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Zoast so far doing a nice job power bombing these Metroids. One nice thing it does, it guarantees you're going to have the ammo count that you're sitting there with right now.
Right. Another smart thing he's doing, I saw Sloters do this the other day too, and I actually did it, I think, in my first race maybe, was Zenny last night, is he doesn't have the item set to do baby skip. So he's going ahead and he's not dodging the Metroids, he's taking as much damage as possible even while power bombing. That way he can just go ahead and get low here.
And you might have noticed he was even making sure he didn't pick up any of the energy drops, which is all they were dropping anyway. So
Yeah.
that also just will he just can damage himself down to 11, but that's perfect because then the baby's gonna grab him. It's gonna be real quick, and he's down to the 1, and can turn that spazer back on because a wave only would be 360 shots, not counting ammo, and he doesn't want that.
Yes, as you pointed out earlier, Spazer and Wave alone, I think, does 7.
210 if it's with charge beam, so 70. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so yeah, the normal beam damage is 70, and then obviously if we have charge beam times 3, so he will only be doing 70 per shot. But then he does have a lot of ammo that he can supplement, so it won't be quite as long. But 70 per shot is still a pretty long fight. That's close to 100 shots.
And he's going to have to do a speed zep skip because he's going to want to preserve ammo, and he's perfectly capable of doing it. It's a very tight short charge, and a lot of runners can't do this one, but definitely one that Zoast can do.
Oh, I take that back. It's way over 100 shots. I was just thinking about it in terms. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we figured out it was like I mathed it at 261 if I'm doing the arithmetic correctly, which I won't promise that I am.
No, I'm with you. I was thinking of I was doing the math wrong, trying to relate it back to low percent ice. So never mind me. He's got not quite, but he's got about a little over a third worth of damage in supers alone. So that'll cut down pretty significantly. Technically, did you know that you can X Factor Mother Brain?
I did not.
I've never seen anyone do it. I actually learned about it from Zoast. He was telling me about it one time. Apparently,
actually, one of.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say. Apparently, he tested actually New Route a long time ago to see if it was worth skipping Spazer.
Oh, interesting. So yeah, one of our other runners, Aussie, who's still in this tournament. Nice microwave from Dragon by azder. He, in one of his races, he ended up with a charge spazer beam. I don't know. I actually don't recall if he had actual charge or not, but he decided to do the Colon Shower, the special beam attack name we use for the spazer on Mother Brain, and it was really cool to watch.
That's another small added benefit of Dash. You almost never see like the Spazer SBA used, and technically there are some Ridley and Mother Brain 2 strats where that can be used, so kind of neat to see interesting tech you don't typically see.
And so far Zoast doing a very nice job with this Mother Brain fight. Not taking a lot of damage, just taking his time, getting those shots in.
I think Wave and Spazer alone is very aesthetically pleasing with the gravity suit. It's like everything matches.
Yeah, the nice pink purplish colors. Yeah, you can see just how long this fight is. Not going to be long enough for azder to catch up unless something bad happens here to Zoast, but there's that catch-up.
So what, after catch-up, he's got like somewhere in the ballpark of somewhere between 60 and 70 shots or something?
Yeah, still a lot of shots left.
And see, this is another one of those things, like when you're running, you never feel comfortable, right?
Never.
And so when you